Akansha, I think we should stop being his Goa ambassadors and get to some real talk.
I think you're right. Let's get to business. The last 2 years have been really challenging for all of us from every regard. Every time we would tackle one challenge, we were knocked down by another. But this team would rise up every time, brush off the dust, and get ready for the next challenge. Every comeback was stronger than the setback. And today, we have got together to celebrate your resilient spirit, your do or die attitude, your innumerable achievements, to celebrate you.
And while we celebrate, let's not lose sight of our ultimate goal and our resolve to keep marching together towards 100. That's a mission that we had set in 2020 and we continue to work towards that. With this, I'll now let the captain of our ship, Debanjali, to take over and address the audience and deep dive more into our mission.
Welcome to the National Sales Conference 2022. What a pleasure to have all of you here today. 2021, what a year it was. One of the most challenging ones that we have personally and professionally seen. There was a wave 2, huge impact that impacted people, that impacted business, that impacted growth. There was an unprecedented cost increase. We have never seen that in the history of Shell India before. Then there was Reshape. Reshape was something that the entire Shell group was learning how to handle. And then we had to make tough choices. We had to make tough choices on what to do and what not to do. And SPNA was one of that which was optimized. But FY21 will also be remembered. And it will be remembered on what we could demonstrate. It was the best show of what is the magic of people, by the care that you demonstrated for each other, for the care that you demonstrated for our entire indirect team, the way you reached out to each and every one that you could, showed what you are made of. The resilience. I just shared the challenges that you had, but resilience is what we again picked ourselves up and fought harder the next day. Winning attitude. Many a times maybe in the year, we felt that was enough. Maybe the worst is behind us. And then something new came. But did you all give up? Never. I've never seen anybody say, that's it, and I want to hang my boots. That's what a winning attitude is about, because you very much went and marched ahead. So, what did we do in 2021? What did we do together? What did we build in 2021? With all your blood, sweat, and tears, 2021 is going to be a year that we will look back with pride. All that challenges, when we went past it, and on the 31st of December, when you looked back at 2021, there was only one emotion, and that was an emotion of pride. We grew the volume from 2019. Why do I say 2019? Because 2019 was the last normal year that we enjoyed. No regulatory challenges, no environmental challenges, and nothing as unprecedented as a virus. So 2019, from there to 2021, it was a volume growth of 13%, giving us the highest ever volume that Shell India history has ever seen. It helped us cross the 5% market share for the first time in the history of Shell India. And with all these first, when we forge ahead, it gives us that confidence and that pride of what we are made of. So, this wouldn't have been possible. The only secret sauce that we had is we had the right people. So thank you. Thank each one of you for what you pulled through in 2021. And I am absolutely grateful to each one of you, your effort, your commitment, your time to the business, as well as grateful to your community, grateful to your family who stood by us. Thank you again. Why is this business so important? Why do we have to continue to deliver year after year? And there are a few things that I want to share with you, which will make you understand what is our responsibility and how do we look at this business. So our role in Shell India, we contribute 80% of the cash. our downstream business. Sizable 80%. You have to look at our pan-India presence. We are the business that is there across the country. A big country, diverse country, and we are present everywhere. The customer relationships where we are building today an integrated proposition. We're joining hands with other lines of businesses. We own that customer, that relationship. It's you, each one of you, who own that relationship, which the entire downstream in India will look to leverage. The scale of our business, remind you again, we touch upon millions of lives. Somebody told me we sell around 4 liters of oil per second. That means 1 car oil change can happen every second by the product that we offer. There are 250K industrial machines that run frictionless, hassle-free, because it has the Shell quality oil in it. Number of customers we touch upon, just the tip of the iceberg. 2 million car owners, an estimate, 2 million bikers, 500,000 farmers, 100K truckers. So just think about it, what is the impact that each one of us are making to this country and to this community? When you look at the farmers, truckers, bikers, understand that you are impacting livelihood of people. Our role in global lubes. Always, we've been hearing India is a huge market. India is the 3rd biggest lubricants market in the world. That's the reason I still remember when I had my get to know you with Mactel, when she just came into this role, her first thing is, I have to get to India. Can you just find out when can I get to India? Because where else will I feel that vibrancy, that momentum, that growth? So that is the kind of appetite and the momentum that the organization has for India. So that's what puts us in the spotlight. But with spotlight comes great responsibilities, and we're ready to take it on. We did a study of ultimate potential. Where do we want to go? Where is it that we want to take this business collectively? We want to head to 100 million C10 business, which is almost like 4 times our current C5. That's the kind of change we're looking at. The volume needs to grow from 142 to almost around 500 million. But where does it, just to give a perspective, where will it take us? Today, we are ranked number 3 in APAC. If we are really there at 100 million C10, 200 million C5, you will lead APAC by miles. And that's the kind of thing. We want to lead, and we want to lead by miles so that you know that you are really invincible, at least in this APAC region. Where does it take us globally? Today, we're number 8. You're in the top 10, you're number 8. A country of our size, a country of our potential, we can do better. And that's where we need to go up to. And if we hit that 200 million, it's going to make us number 3 in the world, right after US and China. Now, when we're talking about this entire journey, taking from where we are today to what's our ultimate potential, it's important to just think about it. Why is 2022 so important? So you must be all wondering, why are we talking about ultimate potential? Yeah? Ultimate potential was assuming that 2020, 2021, and there onwards will be a normal trajectory. We all know by now that didn't happen. So 2022, all the more, becomes extremely, extremely important, because we need to get 2022 correct to put ourselves back on that trajectory. But 2022, another big year, it's not about just what is the potential. And India, can we really live up to, but it is a year where we need to prove that Brand India, hashtag Brand India, can live up to that potential. So we, as a team, we've taken another pit stop before the ultimate potential. And that pit stop is 100 million C5. When we get there, then you will be one of the material businesses. And 2023, come 31st December, we should be a 100 million C5 business. If that's the pit stop we have thought about, then for sure, 2022 is where we have to prove our mettle. So 2022, 78 million C5, an estimated volume share of 6.3% is what we will be targeting with blinkers on. We've seen different changes. We have seen 2020 go in a certain way, 2021, wave 2, 2022 started with wave 3, but what is that constant that we do not need to change? We do not need to change our strategy. And you have seen the strategic pillars, we've discussed this. This is somewhere we have clearly set up a direction for all of us, and we will, just one message to take away from here, strategy doesn't need to change. Wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, the strategy doesn't need to change. In line with that, let me share what's in my GPA. When I'm looking at 2022 as a very critical year for delivery to set us on that trajectory, finally back on that orbit to get into the ultimate potential, we need to be ruthlessly prioritizing delivery in 2022. And this is my GPA for all of you to align. You will see the same 5 plus 3s in yours as we spread it out. You will see GM -1 completely tied in. It needs to be a coherent story. And that's what we are trying to build together. Very strong plans have been identified. You have all helped your leaders to build a plan for 2022. You have helped your team to even work out an execution plan. So how will you get there? The building blocks have been worked out. You've also worked out what is going to be the execution plan. We have also put in the cadence on these execution plans so that a plan only and only is successful when it's finally executed. And when we have collectively built this, this is something that we can go beyond just this team and even take it to our channel, to our customers, to everybody that we work with. We can take it to our entire community. And that's what I encourage each one of you, that keep your eye on those building blocks that you have worked along with your leaders. Keep your eye on how do you execute them, because the blocks are just going to be an idea unless they're executed on ground. Will just execution work? Is it just going to be a story that, okay, a target, and then look at the blocks and then just go on executing? No. If we show that we are really serious about 2022, serious about India, there are certain things that we need to do right. The priorities should be set right. So we are getting back our SPNA budgets. We are not looking, even when the wave 3 happened, we didn't change our course. We are still going ahead with the spend plan that we have on SPNA. LSC is clearly focusing on cost. And when you're focusing on cost, it's not a trade-off with your customer centricity. So customer centricity on going in tandem with saving costs. We need to take a channel along. We don't do anything alone. And when we need to take our channel along, are we having a proposition that is exciting to them? And that's what another thing that we have worked with. There are key OEMs who are our partners. They surely give us the footfall, but we need to work with them on how to grow together. Because when they win, we win along with them. So that's going to be another focus area. What did Reshape do to us? Reshape made us leaner, but stronger and fitter. Another big thing that the change that we are trying to gradually drive in our customers, and it needs a bit of an advocacy position, that we are not a product supplier. A customer has a problem, a customer has a need. Sometimes the customer is not in a position to express the need, it's a latent need. We need to really understand that customers need and provide a solution. So it's not a product, it's not a service, it's a solution to what the customer needs. There is going to be delivery focus, but our priorities need to absolutely be clear in our mind, and there will be no compromises because there will be investment in the right places, and there will be investment in the capability of people, and there will be investment for holding the hands of the customer and taking them and making them future ready. So 2021, as I said, was a memorable year. And 2022 is going to be simpler, faster, and stronger, the way we do it together. So when I look back and think that when I was planning the TNR, it was okay, fine, we all worked together, took ourselves in a room, planned out the business plans. But then at the same time, we also started thinking, what are the key things that for sure we have to get right? Along with other things that I shared with you, there are a few behavioral things that we have to get right. And that's execution excellence. When we say we do something, we agree to do something in a certain time frame, we do it. Then we leverage data. There is nothing stronger than analyzing the data that we have. And we have, I can tell you, we have tons of data. If you can really analyze and understand your data, your solutions, your next course is in that data itself. Another big, important mindset, which you have to all come along the path. Nobody is a support function. Everybody is frontline. Everybody, whatever we do, is contributing to the P&L. And if that's the case, then everybody is a frontline. And keep a growth mindset, because this is the country which is always synonymous to growth. I spoke to McTell the other day. Her first thing was, whenever in a conversation we talk about growth, and I'm with Hybert and anybody, the India has to come in, because India is synonymous to growth. It's a beautiful position to be in. If we don't have that growth mindset, then just India being in a good position of growth will not work. And above everything, it's only together that we can do it. Now you've heard me enough, and now is the most exciting part. Let's watch the AV.
this is a pandemic.
Wasn't it a fantastic one? And when I was just part of the process of just hearing little snippets, bits of it, it was already looking like quite a stunner. So thank you very much for watching it, and I hope you all enjoyed it. as much as everybody enjoyed making it for all of you. But now, let's do one serious stuff, and that is, let's take a pledge. When I get really motivated by such AVs, the first thing that comes to my mind is, what am I going to do about it? Where is my role? How do I play a role in it? And that's where I really want to take a pledge. And I encourage each one of you to take a pledge of how you would make an impact in 2022. So what's my pledge? Hashtag I will. I will live up to the commitment that I have made to people, and I will live up to the commitment that I have made to the P&L of the country. That's my pledge. And I want all of you, I really encourage all of you, look at the role that you can play, because you can play the most significant role, and take a pledge of what you want to do in 2022.